Hey, welcome back to Blueprints. Last time we explored like a lot in this estate, and this time actually marks a momentous occasion because I finally started editing the episodes, which means that I finally was able to fix my notes. Not all of them. Technically they're all in digital form currently, so I only have like some of my notes in paper. But I really I was just itching to get back to this game. It's been so amazing. Have those birds always been here? So there are like a few questions that kind of arose while I was watching. So I'm gonna go over like the most important things that kind of clarified or left questions open. First of all, you know the bunk beds? You know, there were like two names that were mentioned. I was like, who's Herbie, who's Simon? I feel like I've at least heard like one of those names. Where did I hear those? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the name should be here because obviously we are Simon. Right, we are the grandnephew of the Baron Sinclair who lived here. Obviously, you know, that is something we should probably clarify. And obviously we had a brother. And that kind of leaves like one question, because we do know that Mary used to write the books and wrote like the Red Prince book kind of for like one of her sons. And now the question is, for whom? Like one of those. Maybe it's for us explicitly or it's for our brother. I'm not sure. It's not quite, clarified. I think we were the younger brother. So I'm guessing it's probably for the older one, because it seems like she only mentions one of them. Right? That would be semi-reasonable, but I'm just guessing. That also means, since we're talking about like the Red Prince, there was like this part of the story where they mentioned a crown with rubies inside of them. And there was also a crown stolen from like one of the... I forgot what exactly what it was called. It was basically in the notes in the archive. And yeah. So there's probably some connection, because obviously they said that it was like some sort of thinly veiled critique of the royal class. Or like the... I guess the royalist party is probably a better way to describe it. Anyway, those are like some of the big things. There are also some questions that opened up. Like, first of all, like I've been throwing some coins inside of the well. My guess is it's probably going to change something while drafting. If I do so, maybe I should do that relatively early into the run this time around, because otherwise I'm just gonna go to continue. Also, I kind of want to find the dark room again after I find a magnifying lens, because I saw that there was something inside. Okay, I have to kind of take the corridor. I'm going to repeat like the thing where I'm just going forward as much as I can. I'm just checking if there's like any sort of item here. Right, there are like a few things like those that I can just notice that there was writing in one of the Polaroid pictures. I want the key in one of those pictures. And the issue was obviously that even though I had the lens, I didn't actually recheck that one, because in that run I didn't actually look at the writing. There was like some blurry writing that I couldn't read, and obviously I didn't know about the magnifying lens back then. But yeah, there are like some other notes that I took. Like, for example, I mentioned that the chess pieces are kind of interesting, and I was kind of looking into them and wrote down where exactly they are. I have like a list of all of them that we have already found. I feel like just because we can find like a whole set, that they are probably going to be somewhat important. I'm gonna take the den. And the issue obviously is that we first of all have not found all of them, and maybe I'm just overthinking this. Like, for example, the den has some, and the interesting thing about this is actually that we found almost exclusively white pieces, except for one of the black pawns, I think, in the parlor. And I think that's the only black piece that we've found, assuming that it was actually black and it's not just a... I just noticed like even the arch, or like the weird arch here, kind of looks like two swans kind of, looking at each other, just slightly. Right. Since the swan song was kind of important. But yeah, I'm just, rambling to myself at this point. I should probably continue. Security or closet? I mean, security is great to have. Having that early could allow us to... First of all, we want the terminal. Wait, the terminal is inside of here. Blue memos are true, red memos are lies. Was this here before? Wait a second. I can't remember seeing this bit of text. I don't know if I just didn't click it. Blue memo Oh, wait. I get it. No memos equal true. Red memos equals lies. Okay, this is actually really, really important because we had found a red node and that was one that confused me all the time. Over here. The antechamber has been unlocked. It's not unlocked, it's a lie. We need access levers to get entry. And this is a truth. Okay. That's interesting. Anyway, security terminal. Can I log into the network? Swan song? Password accepted. Connecting to the network. Ooh. This is like, I've been waiting for a few days to do this because obviously I was busy editing and stuff. I don't get like too much time to actually record this. And I was so giddy just waiting to put in this password. Staff services. Punch in and out. This service has been temporarily disabled as of November the 4th. Our work has been suspended at Mount Ali and all domestic staff has been placed on extended paid leave in accordance with the instruction left by the old man himself. See Miss Babbage for more details. This is something I kind of remembered. I kind of have to check the date now. Okay, you know what? I should have been smart and opened my digital notes here. Because obviously I didn't. Okay, those are my notes. Because I feel like I had written that one down. Something about it. And I think it's the same. No, they should have been vacated by November the 6th. We do not know which year, but I'm guessing it's like the current year. I don't know if the current year has ever been mentioned. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna leave it for now. Return to the staff services. The announcements. Saturday, November the 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. Oh, that's nice. Interesting. Was told this is one day after everyone left. Okay. Because schedule was changed, the service has been temporarily disabled as of everyone left. Interesting. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all staff members. Oh wait, all members of the staff. Special orders can take 1 to 3 days. What would I like to order? Ooh, I can kinda, I guess, change the chances what I can actually buy. And I really want the magnifying glass. The sleeping mask, I'm not really sure about. Like, my theory is that the sleeping mask is actually going to give us more steps whenever we enter or draft a bedroom. And I feel like this is the very important one. The brass compass is actually interesting. I feel like that's a different item to the compass that we had before. Magnifying glass. It's going to take 1 to 2 days. Yeah, I approved the order. Just in case. Like, I feel like we need that at some point. Can't hurt to order that one already. Now remote. Okay, this is the staff services. We are completely done with those, right? Yeah. Remote terminal access. It's possible to connect to the other active terminals elsewhere on a state using RTA. Okay. Active terminals. It's probably just the office, the laboratory, and the shelter. Yeah. Shelter? Okay, the shelter is new. The office we do know about because we do know the code of the safe. I really was just blanking there for some reason. Yeah, the office safe. I thought it was like another safe they were talking about, like the one in the boudoir. But apparently it wasn't. So the office is an actual room. I don't know why I would want to connect to them remotely though. Electronic mail. The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Okay, so I have to find the office. Okay, now I get why we have like this remote thing. If we go to the one in the office and then like go over here, then we can still read the mail. Glossary of terms. Oh. Neat. We have a lot of stuff. Adjoining. Rooms are considered adjoined if they are connected to each other via a doorway. Okay. Allowance, a set amount of gold granted at the beginning of each day. Ooh, your allowance. Oh! Okay, first of all, I think it's amazing that we have a glossary of terms in here. This is amazing because there were some things I wasn't sure, because there were like some laboratory rules that gave me an allowance. So we can start with money. Archive floor plans formats are hidden from view after drafting the archives are considered, okay. With the most common type of rooms, bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps and are identifiable by violet borders of their floor plans. According to today, anytime you will enter certain day, inventory steps. Okay, I'm gonna roughly fly over some of those notes. I'm sorry for not fully reading them. Blue for blueprints, the default type. Okay, here's the thing. There are some colors in the floor plan, but the more important thing is there's actually a black color because the aquarium has that. Why are there black rooms? If I recall correctly from seeing that. I'm gonna check that in a second. That end is probably just a room that's, yeah, only one doorway. Additional doors is not considered a dead end, even if those doors are blocked. So it's explicitly about rooms that only have one entrance. Verify them. May contain hidden items, directory. Okay, this is the item from a system menu by pressing R. Interesting. The Ritchie blocks, nice. From the commissionary player may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game. The Ritchie block, the Ritchie blocks. To the dismay of the board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. It's scheduled to be added in a future patch. Already planning ahead, okay. Dirt, you find piles of dirt. Oh, it's similar to the dig one. Drafting is just the process of clicking a door, yeah. Draft pool. A draft pool is a total collection of currently available floor plans from which the are drawn at the beginning of each draft. So this is like kind of what I assumed after reading like a lot of stuff. There seems to be like a pool of rooms that we can get that is set in the beginning of the entire day basically, but we can add to that pool, and that also means that, for example, if we find the observatory, for example, and don't draft it, then it's going to stay in that pool, and it's really likely for us to pick it again, because obviously it has been in the pool, and every time we pick another room, the pool obviously shrinks, making it more likely for those to return. Drawing is the initial plan. Difference between drawing and drafting. Okay. Drawing just means, okay, I get it. Those are the first few. No, those are a lot of terms. E-string, obviously. Did they bother the very right edge? Okay. Entry. Okay, yeah. State all the explorable areas of Mount Holly, including the rooms currently drafted, as well as the grounds. Okay, yeah. Experiment, slightly trigger an effect. We definitely have to do that. Like every single time, I'm kind of too cautious to activate like an effect, but the next time I draw a laboratory, I'm gonna activate something at least, right? Because I feel like I have wasted my two chances over the last few attempts. There's a floor plan. Also, there's like the question about like the gems, since I was talking about this earlier in the episode. Obviously, there was like the store, the jewelry heist. Are those gems related to that, or are those just like gems that our good old Baron already had? Glossary of terms. Become gravity. Neat. Shops, green rooms, naturally suggestive with each other. Yeah. Found as much. The grounds are outside. The orchard we still can't open. Greater flexibility. Okay, house. History. As an architect, you may wish to view the previous layouts. This useful physics can be found in the system menu. Which system menu? I'm gonna have to check that. I don't know if it's like a menu in-game or if it's just like in the options. The inventory items, just gonna fly over this again. Right, there are also some unique special keys and unlock special doors and rooms that only appear in specific location in the house, like for example the car key that we found previously. Got door. This is via key card. Higher frequency when we go north. We need a key. We need a little bit of luck. Determines the likelihood that we will find additional items in your room instead. Okay, we found. Wait, can we rise by certain items? A room marked by the floor plan by a claw. Okay. We've not seen that yet, but we've had a lucky rabbit's foot. Okay, mechanical. We've not found the boiler room yet, but we do know that if we get the... There was like a bath or like a sauna, I think. If we pick that one, we get the boiler room into our pool. I do not know if it's required though. Marked by gear. Wait a second. A few things are permanent are visually marked as such. They do not research each day. I mean, we have 2 things that we know about and the outside technically. I don't know if we can draft like a new permanent room that's going to permanently like block a room, for example. Or like something for the outside that's going to permanently change. That's the rank. Redraw. Okay, they come powerful expansion options, but they come at a dangerous cost. Where's the lavatory a powerful expansion option? That's like the first thing that I thought about when I read that, so. Changes. Wait, there are multiple ways to do that? Okay. Yeah, the beneficial effects. I definitely want to go get the second one because that gives us trunks in the main room. And the interesting thing would be, does that happen every day? I don't think so, because like getting the first star actually gave us, gave us a coin, and we obviously don't start with a coin each time, so we would have to return. So it's just a thing for one day. The west path. A charming path that winds through the wooded area that runs alongside the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed from both the garage and the west gate, which is usually kept latched and locked. Okay, so we need to take the garage. So the garage is always on the... Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense. We've only found it in the west. So this is how we go outside, in the west wing, obviously, is everything. Okay. I feel like we are finally done with the stuff that I'm going to cut out, so... Wait, data transfer... I obviously didn't want to press that one. Okay, I pressed the wrong button, as I do. I like doing that. Give me a second. I'm just gonna... network... Swan song... I feel like such a hacker whenever I do that. I just wanted to repeat like one of the options. Obviously I pressed exit, I'm sorry about that. Obviously I like pressing wrong buttons every once in a while, you know, just as a treat. Data transfers was... Oh, that's from... Oh yeah, Sinclair. Okay, yeah. Sinclair is like kind of the company that we have found, like, that kind of belongs to the estate, or like was owned by a great uncle. But... because we do know that there are like the Sinclair labs that one of the researchers came from. Okay, I guess this is everything for that, but we still want to disable doors just so we have that. First of all, did I already miss something? No, okay. Keycard system. Keycard system settings. I'm gonna set the security level to high already. I know it's kind of risky, but if it can pay off, then it would be amazing. Unlock, confirm settings, perfect. And exit. Yes, I'm so hacking. Okay, now further north, can I just continue? This is the weight room. Very terrible to get early on. Hallway or parlor? I mean, both of them would technically be fine, you know? I'm gonna take the parlor, just so we get some gems. Gems are so useful. Give me that. The wind up key. Let's see. The black box contains gems. This box and the blue box are empty. This is obviously false, so if this box and the blue one are empty, then obviously the black one contains the gems. Oh yes, I do love the logic puzzles. 2 gems. And it's the black pawn, the first one that I had found. Still want to check out behind the sofa, just in case that like one day we can find like a coin or something here. Still I want to find some coins. And this one's locked. I'm going to leave it for now. Just in case we find a lockpick. Ooh, dark room. Wait a second. Dark room would be fine because then we can have a connection to the parlor. We have like 2 chances. This one obviously would give us a gem and a key. That would make the draft over there a little bit safer. I think the dark room is great because if we find the breaker box, obviously we have a good chance of getting an item here. And obviously we want to... Oh, keycard door. Are you locked? Okay. That means we do need the utility closet now. Yeah, let's just go down here. Drawing room requires a gem. The bedroom is a dead end. We could get the nursery and already invest into that. But the drawing room isn't actually that bad, just because we have like 2 options, as we can see. Down there, obviously, the floor plan is obviously kind of behind my camera, which is kind of annoying with my placement. But just because I look like to the left side, I don't actually want to flip to the right side. It's like such a minor annoyance, I think. I just have to get used to maybe hiding my camera in between every once in a while, just to show you guys what I am seeing. I don't know if you are on the list. I'm gonna remember that the drawing room has a pawn, just in case. Okay, let's go over here. Green rooms do not cost stuff. This goes down. I'm gonna take the terrace then. We've not had the terrace yet. This is a new one. And I do like finding new rooms. And obviously getting some options here. Ooh, shovel. Perfect. It was the right decision. Obviously, I knew that. I'm for now not going to dig, just in case I find the lab and get like the option that digging gets stronger. And let's see over here. Hallway would be decent. Yeah, I'm gonna take the hallway. I could redraw here, but you know, to be fair, this is actually not that powerful. Wait, is this a red notice? Is that a lie? So they're not more likely to be locked in the west wing. Maybe in the east wing then? And I just got lucky or unlucky? Ooh, utility closet is exactly what I want to have. Great. Wait, I wanted to... I mean, security, yeah, dark rooms, you have to do the doors in the dark room thingy. Okay. Well, dark room, lights on, keycard system off. I still don't know what I want to do with the back indicators. I'm gonna flip those just because I can. Right? Right, I did it right. Yeah, this is on again. I just confused myself because I apparently don't pay enough attention. Also, I noticed that some of the paintings actually do change. I noticed that in the commissary where the sketches were different between days. Anyway, just wanted to note that also, you know, this is a nice fireplace and this one's off, and obviously there are some that are turned on, like this one for example. Obviously that one was also a small one, it looks a lot less safe, let's be honest. Anyway, first of all, no, so this is not a guarantee. The last few times we always had like lockpicks here, this time we don't. It's not the worst thing, but I really hope that this was like kind of a consistent rule. Anyway, just to check, like the picture's still here, right? Like I wanted to read this text, but I do obviously need a magnifying lens for that. Well done. Okay, we can actually see the rooms now. The veranda it doesn't actually matter which one we are taking here. Getting this one early wouldn't actually be that bad. I don't actually mind. And we get a gem. And another dig spot. Perfect. Actually 2 of those. Now I really just need a... like one of those settings where I'm getting more items from those digs. Like for example getting money would be nice. This one's locked. I'm going to, for now, again, try like all the other rooms first. Let's go down to the entrance again. Might be kind of a waste of steps, but I do have a good chance of getting like more steps later on, so I'm not that worried for now. Also, I still don't have any coins. Observatory, storeroom. I kind of want to get this one now. Right, just because it's been so long. I'm guessing this doesn't instantly upgrade. Oh wait, we do have a... I'm gonna say this is more of a white piece, right? It's just like the lighting. This is definitely not a black piece. Okay. And the second one should be the twins. Yeah, the twins' 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. They are not visible yet, but maybe if we look through here, then we see those 2 pieces. Can connect those to twins. Now the question is, can I decide whether or not I want to go get those? Okay, over there. Right, I mean like, we have like some constellations, and I did say that we can have multiple constellations at once. I don't know if this is just meant after we have like 20 stars at once, or maybe... Actually, technically, I noticed something while reading. They are telling you how many stars it takes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but after this, they actually jumps. Like, for example, we don't have 1, 4, 6, so maybe we can get like the Southern Cross and the North Star at the same time. Stuff like that, and especially like later on, there's like 15 and the 20, there's like a massive gap in between. So that could be a thing. Okay. I guess time to draft another room. Courtyard. This is in a terrible position, but it's the only... I'm gonna just take it, right? It's like free, and green rooms give us like items. Sledgehammer, amazing. Wait, and also, I just noticed. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. There's still a room to my left. For some reason, I thought I was like at the very end of the estate. Metal detector. That is great. Getting that one early. And we have the kitchen, the bedroom, the closet. Kitchen isn't actually that terrible to have. It's a shop. Right, if I really need to buy some items later on, that wouldn't be too bad. But like, I can't actually afford anything, so for now it's not that great, so I'm just gonna take the bedroom, I guess. Since this is basically a free step. Just checking if I'm missing something here. Right, there's like another chest piece in here. But nothing to pick up. There's also this picture here. Still not 100% sure who that is. I should probably compare my notes at some point, like properly. Now that I've seen this picture again. No, just checking. Oh, that's kind of fine. Storeroom. Now I'm gonna take the pantry. Now finally getting some money here. And also some steps back. Metal detector. Oh. I'm guessing it's spawned some items. This is just like an additional function that tells me when there are some gems around. Would be interesting. I thought it just meant it spawned something. This one's terror position, chapel. Okay, none of these actually give me better rooms. We could buy the chapel so we don't have it later on, but I don't think that's worth it. I'm just gonna take the closet. Yeah, it tells me. Ooh, lucky rabbit's foot. Perfect. More items. And a key. This is just a standard key, this one. Right, yeah. Thought so. No other items? Well, as expected. For now, let's just return, and now we probably have to finally Okay, before I do that, before I do anything, okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna dig here. I feel like I'm taking too many steps if I wait for too long. Just get lucky. A worthless old brick. Ah, still nothing to pick up. A coin. A rather dirty coin. Well, again, like I could have probably gotten like a lab and like a lab, what do I want to say, like an experiment, like one of those things that I could set up where I would get some value out of this. But for now, I don't really care about it. Also, sledgehammer, amazing. Ooh, 2 dice. The 2 was just, no, it's 2. And some coins. Being able to redraw is amazing, right? Because we've also made a lot of progress today. Lockpicks, even better. This is exactly what I wanted to see today. And maybe we will be able to check out a lot of other stuff. But before I do anything else, go out here and throw in a coin. I want to know what that does. Probably nothing. But I do like making wishes, you know? Maybe we get like some better things inside of the floor plan. It's like my theory, because obviously we have the pool. Maybe we can get like a well room. Is a well room something that exists? Well, either way, we want to go to the parlor and then check to the right now that we can open this. Lockpick. The laboratory. Now we are getting it. But at least it's the one room that we can take to actually make progress. Okay, let's see if we can get like a cool experiment here. I've also not really found items in this room until now. Still wanna check. Maybe like it seems very random whether or not there's something. Also, has this one changed? I feel like it has. Yeah, those have also changed, like those connections. We have like the same, I'm gonna call it like issue with the... Wait a second. Effectively, electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. This is rare. We can access this via every other terminal, apparently. And this is a blue one, so this is true. Wow. Anyway, we have this one activated now. No experiments found. I want to say experiment setup. In laboratory, you're free to experiment. Unique house play. Yeah, continue with the experiment. Whenever you draw an archive floor plan, immediately set your steps to a 40 would be great. Add a small chest to the entrance hall, gain 1 key, 1 die. You know what? Getting 40 steps later on would be amazing. I'm gonna leave that. Log into network. Swan song. Let's see if we can get anything new from here. Because now we have a connection. Now we can access the security terminal from here. And other options as well. Electronic mail obviously is not going to give me anything here, right? Does not allow for access to the electronic email account. Oh yeah, true, that's still the same. Data transfers, not available. Which remote terminal access? Yeah, we have security and laboratory now. Okay. Let's log out. I don't think there's anything interesting here. Until we can reach mail and stuff. Still, it's nice to have. Ooh. Free door. The only one that brings us anything here is the chapel. Oh wait, we could have redrawn. I have dice. Oh. You know what? I'm going to use the experiment now. I'm going to waste my time otherwise. And I probably have to pay more coins if I have to return here. So, experiment setup. Continue the experiment. Immediately set your steps to 40. Combine. Yes, I want to start it. And it's 40. Experiment successful. Can I activate another experiment? Is this like just a free thing? You can't change parameter. Okay, I can only do this once, so it's probably not a stupid decision to really think about what you want to have if you cannot change it later on. Well then. It might be time to lose money now. Anything between those pews? I don't think so. Alright. We wanna continue northwards? Or do we want to cut an episode here? I feel like we should cut the episode here just because... Wait, metal detector? You're beeping? Huh? Am I crazy? Oh, coins. So there are some between the pews. Anyway, I would say let's end the episode here. Next time we still have like a lot of steps here, so we can explore to our heart's content and maybe even find some new stuff. Hopefully the boiler room would be amazing. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Till next time and bye bye.